Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great evening in Wichita. It was 85 on the deck, and we had some drier air. Uh, the dehumidification in the house has been running at about 60%. Woke up this morning, it was running at 48% humidity. So, really made for a delightful evening. It makes you anticipate what's coming this fall, which tends to be everybody's favorite season. So, I'm no different than anybody else. Sorry to be a little late in the room today. The news is just coming out of the cracks and crevices everywhere. And China's new way of pegging their currency is going to be adjusted on the close every night. So they've had, we're back to 2008 or 2009 levels for the yuan. And it's just started. What happens is China exports. Well, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, Australia, India, Brazil, everybody is kind of pegged in that market. And if they have a competitive advantage on China, they're not going to lose it. So China devalues, these other countries devalue. Everybody expects the Australian dollar, Philippine Thai money, Vietnamese money to be lowered too, to maintain a competitive advantage with China. So it's just like quantitative easing. Once you start down this path, you don't know where it's going to end, and you get quick gains from it because, I've been in the catalogs and I've been looking for this product for, $1, and now it's priced at 85 cents. I'll buy it. But everybody else revalues over time, and then the relationship is maintained. Same thing with quantitative easing. Once you start down this path, it's really hard to change. So with the Chinese pegging their currency at the close of business every night, fluctuating market forces now are going to take that currency where it's supposed to go. And the Chinese yuan, on paper, compared to other currencies, given their reserves, all the rest that they have going for them in their economy, should be higher than it is right now. So it's going to be interesting. Banks fail overnight. Currencies change overnight, just instantly. And you have to keep that in mind. So playing the currency markets, you can't let a bad position become worse. You just have to take your lumps and start your game over again if that's what you want to play. So that's where. Don't have a lot of news today. Atlanta business inflation expectations. No one will pay any attention to it. Dudley speaks this morning at 8:30 interest, and we'll get more, maybe more hints from Dudley about what the Fed intends to do, timing. Jolts 5.33 million. Crude oil minus 1.6 million barrels. So the news is limited. Our market's focus will be the direction of the ES. Plain and simple. And then the 10-year auction. So we had news overnight that took us higher. Another devaluation from China. It's 2 days in a row. Treasuries are trading higher off of that news. So we have this 128 even, 128.02.5 area is pretty good support. We're at 6 right now. Buying against the buck, I think, would be a good trade. Picking up this space down here. So we'll make 3 to 31 buy one. Now, where did I get that number, folks? Well, I've got support at 2.5. I've got this high right here. I've got this low at 1.5. 3 leans against those. 31 allows the market to get players to get stops below 27. Got it? 25 to 29 by 2. On the sell side, this move started down from 14. Last rotate up was 9.5. So 9 to 13. Sell 1. Where did these numbers come from? That high and that last rotate up, and we've got volume right here. So I'm leaning against resistance. Got it? No magic there. And then 19 to 23 will be sell 2. Why do I want to be long today? If the stock market continues to sell, I think it's the place to be. And ultimately, the 10-year will bring in support for the market at some level. Though stops below 128 even, I think is a pretty good play. Looking at the 30-year, similar situation. Near resistance is 19 to 23. Where did that number come from? Well, I pick up all this high volume number in there. I got this W high, I've got the value area high, I've got this 2-letter ledge right there. So that's the 19 to 23. Coming back up, I've got an S high at 05. I've got a T high at 28. This market can run, so we'll make 31 to 03. Leaning against that number right there, sell 2. On the buy side, we had the breakout at 11. And then another one down at 28. The low is 5. So 3 to 7. Picking up this value area low, this high volume number. Pull a market to it, buy 1. And then we'll make 28 to 24. Picking up this level right here, this breakout, buy 2. I like the long side better, but I expect because of the 10-year we'll have some back and forth. Okay, my levels and price points are a blend. They're not a just one number or a level, and you have to understand that. Okay, why is gold pointed higher? Because a lot of currencies are going to revalue. Gold will maintain its relative position with those currencies. So everybody knows revaluation, devaluation of currencies is on the way. Maybe daily, buy gold. And again, you'll see China's move came right here. The bottom was hit, then the market starts back up when they revalue, and here's our London high. So the move that started the market higher again came out of Asia. So just looking at where look how thin the numbers are here, how thinly they've traded. The low volume number is at 2710. We've got 22 to 23 in other areas. So resistance really starts at 20. And that's where we are right now. So 19 to 21, sell 1. 25 to 27, sell 2. Allows them to get stops above 25. The long side is the side to play from. 13, say 16 to 14, buy 1. Where did that come from, Charles? Well, you see the London low right there. You see that X period low right there. We've got volume at 16. It's 13 to 15, 14, maybe something just below 15. And then we have down here our 10, 12 area. Where did that come from? I've got this balance point right there. I've got a K period low right here. I've got a breakout above the B period high at J, so 12 to 16. And that would be the ideal place to come in my opinion. 19 to 21 is pretty aggressive. 25 to 27 isn't. 14 to 16 is very aggressive. And if the stock markets rally, this will probably come off a little bit. So that's where you place the orders based on structure and based on the idea. Stock markets continue to sell. This contract should trade higher. Okay, the dollar is off versus the yen and the euro. Obviously, it's up against China. It's currencies. So this revaluation is taking place right now. I don't know where it's going to end, but right here's the attractor at 12. So 75 to 112 even will be our sell zone. 114 is possible. Actually, it's 113.75 off the chart, so that could be where the market ultimately goes. We will see. So it's an 850 to 1350. That's a 5-handle, 5-point range. On the buy side, the last rotate down was 28. We have this P low, so 25, buy 1. And then buy 2, 111 even. And again, I mean, no matter what we believe, the new piece of news came out, and the yuan has been lowered, and that means the euro is going to go higher. And it's just a hard piece of news. Know the news, and you have the trade. Pretty simple, as it always is. Don't you hate that? Okay, crude. When we have these big tumbles or spills, we usually get a pause day in crude. A lot of getting 2 days of follow-through is a little tough. So we've got a buyer in the 42.75 area. We got a seller in the 43.75 area, and that's the way we'll play it. I think the trade is from the short side. Sell 1. 25 to 50, sell 2. On the buy side, 75 to the buck, buy 1. I think we're headed below. I really don't like the long side of this market. And then 42.25, 42 even, buy 2. And stock markets, I mean, big selling around the globe. Asia collectively was off 5%. Europe collectively is off 6% plus. When I looked at the market this morning, we were off some 16 points. So risk off investments are in favor, risk on are not. And again, if you look at the underlying fundamental news, it stinks. Macroeconomics show worldwide economic slowing. Every continent, every little island going. The economy is slowing down. Articles out there now are saying because of this slowdown that maybe China's headed for a recession. They were expecting 6.7% growth for July. They got 6%. And nobody knows what the true numbers are out of Japan. The books are cooked. I mean, out of China. Probably Japan too. Definitely from the United States. So all these governments play the same game. And they gin up straw men to deflect attention. Just like our politicians. What do they want to talk about? Gun control and abortion. Transgender gay rights. All that stuff. They don't want to talk about Social Security, Medicare. The defense budget. What's going on in the Middle East. And it's just easier to deflect public opinion and get people all riled up about nothing, so it's business as usual, or you maintain your seat of power. So here we are. We got our clean breaks up there at 70, then we have the spill for 80. So this 70 to 80 area right here is pretty stout resistance. We have that low, we have that low, we have that low, and we have this I period, this move out of the middle. So right now 65, 67 is, put a question mark there. That may be where the shorts come from. I'd like 69 to 71. Don't know if we can get it. 74, 76 for sell 2. Today's news won't play. Atlanta business inflation expectations, who cares? Jolts, it'll be an honest number. Not contrary to what the Bureau of Labor Statistics puts out. Jolts, 5.33 million job openings, which is taken sometimes as the true state of employment or unemployment, and crude drawing 1.6 million barrels. Okay, 55, 57, buy 1. And again, then we'll put a question mark, buy 60. And then 50 plus or minus for buy 2. Remember on that long-term chart, that F1 chart, 2060 was the last rotate down, and we went below that. We got stops beneath that. So if we can't crack that 60 area, this market ought to give us, a shot at the 70-75 area. We have a 30-point range or 30-point handle for the overnight session. Pretty good trading. Gonna take a bit to get everything up and posted. Just tons of news last night, so took a while to get through it all. And Charlie, you don't have to read the news. Just look at the profile, right? The reason you read the news is to develop some context, to see which news is driving the market, what is not. So that's why I do it. In a bit,